Our second speaker, this year's grade 12 class speaker. Please welcome Dean Ralsky.
Good morning, and welcome to beautiful Turner Quad. My name is Dean Ralsky, and I've been the voice of the Ensworth Tigers for the last 3 years, so I feel it is only right to treat this speech as my final broadcast. The class of 2024 is just moments away from coming out victorious in a hard-fought battle. But before we start the celebration, let's take a look back at the last 4 years in 4 minutes. In the first quarter, our freshman class came in with some jitters, as we were a brand new team coming into a big arena with a daunting atmosphere. Coming from middle school, we quickly realized this wasn't JV anymore. On top of that, there were extra difficulties we all had to overcome, including wearing masks. Imagine not being able to see the faces of your teammates. We all had to learn our individual playbooks, schedules, rosters, and teachers. We didn't know our positions. We would show up to the wrong PCL and lunch location. And even when we got to the right lunch location, it wasn't always smooth sailing. There were times when we would have to sit outside in the quad during the dead of winter in the freezing cold. But through it all, we passed the test of resilience. We knew it was only the first quarter, and there was still so much game left to play. In the second quarter, the sophomore slump hit hard. Many of us felt like, with a year under our belts, we had a grip on the game and were in control. We were not. We realized that math was no longer multiplication tables, and in science, we would actually perform labs and not just read about them. We also had to learn skills outside the classroom. With COVID restrictions lifted, many of us had to learn how to ask someone to a dance for the first time and interact face-to-face with the entire school community. We would learn we'd have to study film, and that just showing up to the game unprepared wasn't going to be enough. And then we made it to halftime. Before we look forward to the moment where this class turns the corner, let's give recognition to the dedicated faculty and staff who got this team into winning shape. The teachers who prepared us for the challenges on and off the field. The college counselors who gave us their all to prepare us for the next level. The lunch ladies who provided us with enough fuel to finish all 4 quarters. And you all, our biggest fans, who cheered us on from the sidelines through the highs and the lows. As junior year approached, our team had plenty of experience and was filled with some true veterans. Our biggest challenge laid ahead of us, the standardized tests. In previous years, there had been rule changes making these tests optional, but this class was not allowed any free passes. We worked hard for every yard we got. And once the standardized tests were underway, soon came the beginning of the college application process. We had to prepare for the next game, although we were only in the third quarter of this one. We took college visits and had in-depth meetings with our college counselors. Finally, this class really started to gel. We all learned that high school is a team sport and we could rely on and support each other. Our class became closer and more united as we continued to build chemistry. And ultimately, chemistry wins championships. Fourth quarter. Senior year. Time to finish. Time was running low on the clock. Deadlines needed to be met, and the pressure was mounting on all of us. But we came through in the clutch. We finished our exams and scored the game-winning touchdown. We finished our senior tiles and presented our service learning projects as we continued to be productive on and off the field. And as we hit the 2-minute warning, it is important to once again recognize those who had impacts off the field that allowed us to produce on the field. We could not have made it to this point without the support and encouragement of each one of you here today. It was a true team effort, and the class of 2024 came out on top. So here we are, gathered in victory formation, with the crowd cheering us on, surrounded by our teammates, coaches, and fans who got us here. The future is wide open, so take that diploma and run with it all the way to the end zone, my friends. This team is stacked with talent and potential. It's time for us to take on the world. So as the big game comes to a close, with the Tigers coming out victorious, I will sign off one last time. From Dean Ralsky up here on stage, goodbye, good luck, and go Tigers. Thank you.